Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So we're going to discuss about the summation notation. So when we say summation notation, it is a convenient way of representing the sum of the terms of a finite sequence. It is also known as sigma notation. Okay, since it involves uppercase Greek letter sigma as written as yan. So this is an example of summation. So you can read this as the sum goes I from n of a sub I is equal to a sub 1 plus a sub 2 plus a sub 3 plus a sub 4 plus infinite plus a sub n minus 1 plus a sub n. So you can read this as infinite or ellipsis. Okay, so this is called sigma. Okay, or summation notation, where I is called the index of summation. So this is the I, the index of summation. N is the upper limit of summation. So N is the upper limit of summation. And 1 is the lower limit of summation. Okay. In other words, si I is yung starting point. Okay? And si N ang ating end point. For example, if our N is 4, so it means that the starting point is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay? So 4. Why 4? Because N is equal to 4. So our limit is 4. Okay? Again, in other words, para mas mabilis matandaan, I is the starting point and N is the end point. Okay? So let's have an example. So this is an example of summation. So this is read as the sum as I goes from N of 4i plus t. Note, the letter I is called the index of summation. The index of summation might be a number other than 1. So it means the starting point could be any number. Okay? It could be 2, it could be 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. Okay? Not just 1. Okay? And a letter other than I can be used. Okay? Not just I itself. You can use K, you can use M, as long as it is written like this. Okay po? So the expanded form of this summation is this po. Okay? Okay, so 4, the starting point is 1. So we just have to substitute 1 to the I. So it will be 4 times 1 plus 3. N signifies infinity. Okay, it signifies infinity. So we don't know what is the ending. So for us to be uniform, we can substitute I until 3. Yan. So these are the I's, the I. And ellipsis plus 4n plus 3. Okay, so para uniform tayo, until 3 lang tayo when we are going to expand a specific summation, if it is infinity. Okay, so this is the simplest form. Okay, how we get that? Or just simply simplify this one, the expanded form. So 4 times 1, we have 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So that's why this is 7. So 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 3, we have 11. That's why this is 11. So 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. That's why this is 15. Then plus ellipsis plus 4n plus 3. Okay. So that is the expanded form and the simplest form. Okay, so write the terms of each of the following series. So we are going to expand this. How we are going to expand this? Our starting point is 1. Okay, our end point is n. It means infinity. Okay, as I've said earlier, we are going to use until 3. Okay, para uniform po tayo. Okay, let's try. 2. Our starting point is 1, so 2 raised to 1 plus 1 plus 2 raised to 2 plus 1 plus 2 raised to 3 plus 1 plus ellipsis plus 2 raised to n plus 1. Okay, then let's simplify. So 1 plus 1 is 2, so 2 raised to 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 3, so 2 raised to 3 plus 3 plus 1 is 4. Then it is 2 raised to 4 plus ellipsis plus 2n plus 1. We're just, it has a simplest form pa. Okay, so 2 raised to 4 is 4, 2 raised to 2 is 4 rather. And what is 2 raised to 3? So 2 raised to 3 is 8 plus 2 raised to 4 is 16 plus ellipsis plus 2n, 2 raised to n plus 1. So this is the expanded form of this summation. Okay, just get the simplest form. Okay, kung may masisimplify pa, then simplify everything. Okay, next. Let's have number 2. So our given is the sum of I goes to n of 2i quantity I plus 4. Okay, so let's expand. So our starting point is 1 and this is infinity. So 2 quantity 1 plus 4 bracket plus bracket 2 quantity 2 plus 4. Okay, so observe carefully, ha? Observe the substitution for the value of I. Okay, so ang nagbabago lang is si I. The 2 here, and the 4 is constant. Okay, plus 2 times 3, quantity 3 plus 4. Okay, plus ellipsis plus 2n plus n plus 4. Okay, let's simplify. So this one is 2 times 1 is 2. 1 plus 4 is 5. So we're just going to multiply 2 times 5 is 10. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, next. 2 times 2 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 times 6 is 42. Okay, let's change the color into red. So we have 10 plus 24 plus 42 plus ellipsis plus 2n quantity n plus 4. Okay, so let's recheck. So 2 times 1 is 2, 1 plus 4 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, correct? 2 times 2 is 4, 2 plus 4 is 6, 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 plus 4 is 7, 6 plus 7 is 42. Okay, so now this is the expanded form. Okay, so this is the expanded form of this summation. Okay, let's have number 3. So the starting point again is 1 and it is infinity. We don't know what is the ending. Okay, so let's just substitute the value of I until 3. Okay, so we have negative 1 raised to 1 quantity 3 times 1 raised to 2. Okay, plus negative 1 raised to 2 times 3 quantity 2 raised to 2. Okay, plus negative 1 raised to 3 times 3 times 3 times raised to 2. Okay, walang malilito, ha? Plus negative 1 raised to n quantity 3n squared. Okay, we forgot the ellipsis. Let's just erase this. Let's add the ellipsis. Plus, again, negative 1 raised to n quantity 3n raised to 2. Okay, let's simplify everything. So this one is still negative 1. This is 3. Okay, so negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. So this one is positive 1. Okay, this one is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 squared rather is 4. Okay, so 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 1 is 12. Okay, so negative 1 raised to 3 is negative 1. So 3 squared is 9 times 3, the answer is 27. And negative 1 times 27, the answer is negative 27. Okay, so let's rewrite here. We have negative 3 plus 12 minus 27 plus ellipsis plus negative 1 raised to n quantity 3 n squared. So, okay, let's recheck it again. So, we have negative 1 raised to 1. The answer is still negative 1. 1 squared is 1 times 3 is 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Correct. Negative 1 raised to 2 is 1. 2 squared is 4. And 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, then 12 times 1 is 12. Correct. Negative 1 raised to 3 is the answer is negative 1. 3 squared is 9. Then 9 times 3 is 27. And negative 1 times 27, the answer is negative 27. Okay. So this is the expanded form of this summation. Okay po. So what are the things to remember when we are expanding the summation? So first, lagi yung titingnan kung nasaan si I. Okay? And nasaan ang starting point at nasaan ang ating limit. Okay? So we have the lower limit and the highest limit, or the starting point or the ending point. Okay po. So kapag alam nyo kung saan kayo magsisimula at saan kayo magtatapos, hindi kayo malilito. And also, you have to consider kung saan yung mga variable na substitute nyo. Pag si I lang. Okay po. If they use the variable I, then substitute kay I. If they use the variable K, then kay K substitute. Okay po. Now, let's proceed to the properties of summation. So, if A sub n and B sub n are sequence, okay, so if they are sequence and C is a constant, then these are the properties of the summation. Okay, so as you can see in number 1, we have the constant. Okay, so C is the constant, right? Number 2, yan, as you can see, if there is a constant at my I, you just have to lipat lang sa other side si constant. These properties is our pattern. Okay, so number 3, kapag ganitong image, ganito ang kakalabasan. Okay, kapag I, summation of I, ganito ang image. Kapag I squared, ganito ang image. Kapag I cube, ito ang image. Okay. Okay, so pakitandaan or pakisulat sa separate paper ang ating properties of summation. Okay, now let's apply the properties of summation by summation. So by evaluate the series. Okay, so again, our instruction is we are going to use the properties of summation to evaluate the series. Okay, so as you can see in the given, saang properties kaya yung similar image niya or similar physical appearance na itong ating given? Anong properties kaya yan? Anong number ng properties? Okay, so this is property number 3. Okay, so sabi, pag property number 3, pwede natin silang paghiwalayin. Okay, so we can rewrite this as you can see then, as you observe on the given, our starting point is 1. Okay, our limit is 4. Okay, so not infinity anymore. So ang ating limit or ang ating endpoint is 4. So from 1 to 4 lang po tayo. Okay, now let's apply the property number 3. So let's write here property number 3. Okay. So according to the property of number 3, the summation of I goes from 4, okay, so 3I Okay? Then minus, because the operation is minus. Okay? So, anong naiwan kay I? We have 7. Okay, according to property number 3. Next, ano kaya pa yung mga pwede natin dyang magalaw or mamanipulate? Okay, si 7 wala na yan. It's constant. How about the 3i? Ano kayang property to class? Ano kayang property yung pwede nating ma-apply dyan? Okay, property number 2. Bakit kaya property number 2? Because si I, pwede natin paghiwalayin si 3 at saka si I. Okay, so according to property number 3, pwede ganito ang kanyang image. Or yung, yes, image. Okay. Next. Kapag ganito na yung image niya, ano na ang pwede nating gawin? Nakikita nyo class, I na lang ang natitira dyan. We can use the property number 4. Okay? Tingnan nyo yung property number 4. Ano ba yung sinasabi doon? Kapag I na lang to class, we can expand this as like this. So, syempre, ihiwalay natin si 3. Okay? So, magiging anong n natin class? Our n is 4. Our limit is 4. So, according to property number 4, di ba? Ang property number 4 natin is summation of, yan, I is equal to n quantity n plus 1 all over 2. So, our n here is 4. Okay? So, 4, quantity 4 plus 1 all over 2. Okay? Huwag malilito ha. Ano ba yung value ng n? Our n is 4. Okay? Next, we just copy this. So, step by step natin itong ginagawa para mas maintindihan. Okay. So, na-simplify na natin. Mai-evaluate na natin itong part na to. How about this part? Paano yan? Anong property kaya ang pwede nating gamitin? Okay, we can use the property number 1. Kasi yun lang naman yung may constant si property 1 at saka si property 2. Okay? So kapag ganun daw class, pag property 1, anong gagawin natin? We can multiply. Our constant is 7. Okay? According to the property 1, sabi dyan, pwede daw nating i-multiply si constant kay n. Okay? Our constant is 7. We are going to multiply it to n. What is the value of our n? 4. Okay, then this side is just simplify. Okay, let's simplify. Let's use other color. So this one is 5. So 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, 20 over 2. So 10. Okay. So we have 10. So, wag kakalimutan si 3. Okay, now let's evaluate. So, 3 times 10 is 30 minus 7 times 4 is 28. Then, 30 minus 28, the answer is 2. Okay, so our final answer is just 2. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed to number 2. Okay. Yung number 2 or yung letter B, it like a pattern sa letter A. Let's go back to letter A. Dito lang class, we have binomial. Or sa letter B class, it is already trinomial. What property that we use for letter A para ma-expand natin, para ma-evaluate natin? We use property number 3. So also here, we can use property number 3. Okay? Kasi as you can see on the properties of summation, yung ganitong pattern is property number 3 lang ang meron. Okay? Now, let's expand this. Let's apply the property number 3. So, our limit is 3. The starting point is 1. Okay? So, we have 2i plus So, I plus, actually, class, madali lang to class as long as na nakikita mo kung saan naka-pattern or pwedeng i-pattern yung property. Okay, next. What can you say? We have I, we have constant, and we have 2I. So this one, we can expand this or we can use the property of what? What property we can use? We can use property number 2. Okay? We can use property number 2. So, si 2, yan, like this. Then, bracket, 3, tas I is equal to 1, then I. Okay? So, we forgot this is I squared. Okay? Plus, and let's just copy this. Okay, ha? Be careful in rewriting. Kasi may magkamali lang ng isa, mamamali na tayo lahat. Okay. What do you observe? We have the I squared. We have the I. So, I squared, what property is that? Property number 5. The I, we have property number 4. And this one is constant. What property is that? Property 1. Okay. Oh. Pwede natin siyang pagsabay-sabayin actually class or pwede rin naman nating i-step by step or isa-isahin natin yung pag-a-apply ng property para hindi tayo malito. Okay? So, ang gawin natin, let's use property. Let's apply property for I squared muna tayo. Let's use property number 5. Okay. So, sabi dyan, if it is I squared, magiging n, quantity n plus 1 times 2n plus 1 all over 6. Okay, so do not forget that we have a constant 2 outside, okay? So what is the value of our n? So 3. Okay, so we have 3, quantity 3, 1 plus 1. Quantity 2 times 3 plus 1 all over 6. Okay, next, let's apply. Doon tayo sa I naman. Oh, what property is that? Property number 4. Okay, so according to property number 4, okay, we can use like n, quantity n plus 1 all over 2. Okay, so plus, take note, our n is equal to 3. Let's use bracket again. So we have 3, quantity, 3 plus 1 all over 2. Okay, next, constant. What property is that again? Property number 1. Pag constant, sabi dyan, we can, what class? Pwede nating i-multiply si constant kay n. Okay, our constant is 3. What is the value of our n? 3 as well. Nagkataon lang class na pareha sila na 3. Okay, pero hindi palaging ganyan. Okay, kagaya dun sa letter A natin. Magkaiba yung constant at saka yung letter n. Diyan nagkataon lang na they are the same value. Okay po? Then, let's simplify everything. Okay, let's change the color para mas makita nyo. Okay, so let's simplify this. So, we have 3 plus 1 is 4. Then, 3 times 4, we have 12. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Then, 12 times 7 is 84. Okay, so we have 84 over 6. Okay, so let's rewrite. So we have 2 bracket, we have 84 over 6. Okay. Next, we have 3 plus 1 is 4. Times 3, we have 12. So 12 over 2. So plus 12 over 2. Next. So 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so plus 9. Okay, let's input this on the calculator, or we can calculate this manually. Okay. So 2, quantity, 84 divided by 6, or 84 over 6 is 14, plus 2 divided by 12 is 6, plus 9. Then 2 times 14 is 28, plus 6 plus 9. Okay, so 28 plus 6 plus 9, the answer is 43. Okay, so 43. So do not forget to box your final answer. Okay, so what is next? Okay, so let's have letter C. So you can see we have fraction here. Okay, the I is on the exponent. Okay, our starting point is 1 and our end point is 4. Okay. Okay, what we are going to do? What property can we use this to evaluate? What property can we use? We can use property. By the way, class, this is typographical error. This one is supposed to be I. Okay, so that one is I. So if we are going to rewrite this, we have the sum of 1 goes to 4 of negative 1 raised to I plus 1 quant times 1 half I, or I 1 half. Okay, so I over 2. Okay, or we can rewrite this as like this, 1 half I. Okay, how we are going to expand this? What property we can use? Let's have property 2. Okay, bakit kaya property 2 yung ginamit natin? Okay, ano bang sinasabi sa property number 2? So here, sabi, pag property number 2 daw, we have CI is equal to C summation, the sum of 1 goes to N of I, AI. So I can see, mayroon tayo dyang 1 half I. Okay, so I and 1 half. Si I is the I, si A sub I, that is I, and C is the 1 half, or the constant is 1 half. So we can write this like this. We have 1 half summation or the sum of I goes to 4 of negative 1 quantity I plus 1. So, naiwan I si I. Okay. What is next? What property we can use? What property we can use? We can now substitute, class, kasi kung titingnan nyo dito, wala na tayong pwedeng galawin dyan. Kasi lahat yan naka-I na. Okay? At meron pa ditong value. So, we can do like this. We have 1 half bracket negative 1. Then our starting point is 1. So, plus 1 times 1. We all know that our endpoint is 4. Okay? So, plus negative 1 raised to 2 plus 1 quantity 2. Plus negative 1 raised to 3 plus 1 times 3. So, be attentive, class, ha. Negative 1 raised to 4 plus 1 quantity 4. Okay, so let's recheck kung tama ba tayo ng mga nailagay na value ng I. So, our starting point is 1 and our end point is 4. So, let's check. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, correct. So, ano pa yung mga magbabago dyan, class? Si I, this one. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So, let's simplify this. So, we have 1 half. Okay, so let's change the color of our pen. Okay, so this one is negative 1 raised to 2. The answer is 1. Then 1 times 1 is still 1. Okay. So, yan. Para mas hindi kayo malito class, ibaba na lang natin. So, this one is negative 1 raised to 2 is 1 times 1 plus negative 1 raised to 3. The answer is negative 1. Okay. Times 2. Okay. Plus negative 1 raised to 4 because 3 plus 1 is 4. So we all know that if it is even, it is positive. Pag add ang degree or exponent, it is negative. Okay, times 3 plus negative 1 raised to 5. So the answer is negative 1 times 4. Or you just can simply negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. Okay, next. We have negative 1 half. So this one is 1 times 1 is 1. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Plus 1 times 3 is 3. Negative 1 times 4, the answer is negative 4. Then let's just simplify again. Negative 1 minus 2 is negative 1 plus 3 minus 4. So again, 1 half. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2 minus 4. Okay, let's just continue here. We have 1 half parenthesis. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Okay, so this one is over 1. So this is 1, negative 1. Okay, so the answer is negative 1. Okay, so our final answer is negative 1. Okay. This is kind of confusing, class, pero madali siya, class. Kailangan alam nyo lang kung anong property yung pwede nyong i-apply. Okay. So now, next, write the following series in summation notation. So class, this class, pwede tayong gumamit dito, class, ng TAE method. When we say TAE method, it stands for trial and error. Okay? So, hahanap tayo ng pattern na pwede nating mabuo. Okay? So, how we are going to write this in summation notation. So, let's take a look on the given. We have 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus ellipsis. So, we all know that this is infinity. Okay? So, let's try. How about, let's have 1 plus 3. So, the answer is 4. So, plus, like, gawin natin to class, diba 1? So, ang sunod natin is 2. So, what is the number that we are going to add to 2? So, the answer is 5. So, we have 3. Okay, next. So, 2 after 2 is 3. What is the number that we are going to add to 3? So, the answer is 6. It's 3. So, as you can see, there is the pattern. We have the pattern 3. Okay. So, plus 4 plus, what is the number that we're going to add to 4? So, the answer is 7. 3 again. Okay, plus 5. So, what is the number that we're going to add to 5? So, the answer is 8. So, 3. Okay, plus ellipsis. Okay. Now, what property we can use? Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could be the value of I. Diba? Ang starting point natin is 1 up to ellipsis. Okay, so let's separate I. So, we have 1. These are the values of I. Okay. And we all know it is ellipsis. Then, the constant is 3. Ano yung mga hindi nagbabago? Okay, so how many 3? 5. Okay. Okay, what's next? We can apply what property, class? Okay, we can apply property number. What property number, class? Property number. Ano kaya yung pwedeng property na i-apply natin? Property number 4 for this side. Paano, Ma'am Alea? Like this, we can write like this. N, starting point is 1 of I. Okay, kasi yung I natin is starting point 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ellipsis. Okay? What property we can use for this? This is constant. So, therefore, we can use property number. Dalawa lang naman yung property natin na may constant 1 and 2. So, we can use number 1. So, we have plus the summation of n. So, Cn. So, we have 3n. Okay, so we have 3n. Or we can write this as 3 lang. Okay, kasi hindi pa naman natin siya inaano, class. So, we use property 1. Okay, next. What property we can use? Pag i-combine na natin silang dalawa, class, we can use property number 3. So, we have the summation of 1 goes to n of 1i plus 3. Okay, so this is the summation notation of this series. Okay, so this is our final answer. Okay, so first, if you're going to write the series into summation notation, look for the pattern. Then, kapag nakita niyo si pattern, ano kaya mga property yung pwede natang mai-apply? Then, if you want to recheck it, once na nakuha nyo na yung summation notation, then try to expand. Okay? Pag in-expand, bumalik tayo dun sa original natin na series, then our answer is correct. Okay? Let's have letter V. Anong na-observe nyo? Balik tayo dun sa letter A. Sa letter A, may iba-iba. May odd, may even sa given natin. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, pa-iba, may odd and even. That's combination. That's why we do like this. We use the trial and error. Okay? How about letter B? As we observe, all of the givens or all of the given are in even number. And they are all divisible by 4. Okay, so from that idea, we can say that all of them can be multiplied to 4. Okay, so our pattern could be 4i, right? So we can use 4. So 4 times 1. We all know that the starting point is 1. Okay? Kasi we cannot use 2 kasi nga 4 nga yung ano natin, yung simula ng pattern natin. If we use 2, magiging 8 na. Ang pattern natin ay 4. So our I is 1. Okay? Plus 4 times 2. So the answer is 8. So sa 12 naman, we have 4 times 3. So sa 16, we have 4 times 4 plus 4 times 5 plus ellipsis. Okay, our constant is 4 and our I is starting from 1 to infinity. Okay, let's recheck. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, and 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, from that, nakakuha tayo ng idea. Okay, what is next? What property we can use, From this, ang tinignan nating idea dyan is yung common factor. Okay, the common factor is 4. Okay, what's next? What property are we going to use? Kagaya dun sa letter A, we exclude the I. So we're going to exclude the I here as well. So what are the I? So we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus ellipsis. So these are the values of I. Then plus 4. Okay, or sorry, this is times 4. So here, you can write here or in this side. Okay, but usually we can write it here. Okay, what's next? We can Ano to class? Anong property pwede natin gamitin dito? We can use property. What property class? Property number 4. We can use property number 4. Okay? So we have 4. The start as 1 goes to n of I. Okay? So our I is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus infinity. Okay? So nakita niyo yung pattern? Huwag malilito ha. So the value of I is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus infinity. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus infinity. Okay? Kaya natin siya na-pattern sa 4. Property number 4. Okay? So what is next? Ano kaya yung property na pwedeng pagtabihin si 4 and I? Property number 2. So we have property number 2. And I is equal to 1. So we have 4I. Okay, that is property number 2. So therefore, this is our final answer. Okay, so if you want to know your answer is correct, expand this. Kapag bumalik ka dun sa original given, then your answer is correct. Okay, next, let's find the sum. So here, we use K, not just I, diba? As I've said earlier, we can use any variable. Okay, as long as they are on the right places. Okay, so starting point is 2, then our limit is 4. Or our highest limit is 4. Okay? So let's just substitute the value of K until to the highest limit, which is 4. Or until to the end, which is 4. So we have negative 1 raised to K. Our starting point is 2. 3 raised to 2. Sum. So it is odd. Okay? So negative 1. This is as whole. Okay? Negative 1 raised to 3. Our K is 3. So 3 raised to 3 plus negative 1 raised to 4. 3 raised to 4. Okay, so as you can see, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hanggang 4 lang tayo because our n is equal to 4 and our starting point is equal to 2. Then let's simplify. Negative 1 raised to 2 is 1. 3 squared is 9. 1 times 9 is 9. Okay. Negative 1 raised to 3 is negative 1. 3 raised to 3 is 27. Negative 1 times 27 is negative 27. Negative 1 raised to 4, the answer is 1. 3 raised to 4, what's the answer? So 3 raised to 4 is 81. Okay, so 1 times 81, the answer is 81. Then, simplify. 9 minus 27. 9 minus 27, the answer is negative 18 plus 81. So we have 63. So the sum of this summation is 63. Do not forget to look for the starting point and the end point. Okay? Next, let's have this one. So the sum of 4 goes to 8 of 5i minus 2. So the starting point is I and the end point is 8. So we have 5 quantity 4 minus 2. Let's put bracket plus 5 times 5 minus 2 plus 5 times 6 minus 2 plus 5 times 7 minus 2. Okay. Plus 5. Ano na value ng I natin? 8 minus 2. Okay. So let's recheck kung tama ba tayo. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. The constant are 5 and negative 2. Okay. Let's simplify. So 5 times 4 is 20. 20 minus 2 is 18. Okay. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 minus 2 is 23. 5 times 6 is 30. 30 minus 2 is 28. 5 times 7 is 42. 35. 5 times 7 is 35 minus 2 is 33. 5 times 8 is 40 minus 2 is 38. Then let's add them together. We have 18 plus 23 plus 28 plus 33 plus 38. So the answer is 140. So 140 is the sum of this given summation. Okay, so let us check. Let's check our computation if its answer is correct. So this one is 20. 20 minus 2 is 18, correct. 5 times 5 is 25, minus 2 we have 23, correct. 5 times 6 is 30, 30 minus 2 we have 28, correct. 5 times 7 is 35, minus 2 is 33, correct. 5 times 8 is 40, okay. Then minus 2 we have 38. Then let's add them together again. We have 18 plus 23 plus 28 plus 33 plus 38. We have 140. Okay. So thank you for listening. So if you have any question, you can message me. Okay. So this is the end of about the summation. So practice more, answer more, and yun class. So para hindi kayo malito, practice and practice until you make it. Okay? So thank you very much. Thank you for listening.